Oh. My chair.
So we're ready. Would like to call to order the Lewis County Board of County Commissioners meeting for April 23rd. There is a quorum with all three commissioners present. And would Olivia, would you stand and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So Melanie, thank you. Melanie Case.
Hi, I'm Melanie Case. I'm the Recycling Program Coordinator for the Lewis County Department of Public Works Solid Waste Utility. And we have had such an exciting time with Earth Day. We had a lot of activities going on last week and over the weekend. And on Friday, we celebrated Earth Day at Centralia College, and Commissioner Fund was one of our fabulous models, showing off some Earth Day attire made out of recycled materials. So we had great fun. And so for part of Earth Day and National County Governments Week, we invited all Lewis County kindergarten through third grade students to participate in a poster contest with the theme, Make Everyday Earth Day Reuse Plastics, because we really want to encourage people to get away from single-use plastic and not have all of that plastic go in a landfill or be part of the recycling process. It would just be great not to have to deal with it at all. So we're honored to have a group of our Earth Day poster contest winners here today from Adna Elementary. You can see their posters on display around the Commissioner's meeting room, and they were also on display over at Earth Day at Centralia College on Friday. And in addition to their posters, we have letters from Amelia Donahay's 5th grade class out at White Pass Elementary. They wrote to the commissioners about the whole plastic straw issue, whether they thought a ban would be good or not a ban. And Commissioner Stamper, our solid waste manager, Steve Skinner, and I spoke to them about considering the idea of just personally refusing straws instead of making more rules for people in Lewis County to have to deal with. So before we start our award process, I just want to read a quote from one of my favorite Earth Day books, The Lorax, which Mrs. Humphrey from Adna's 1st grade has invited me several times to her class to read. But the Lorax, he's a little creature that encourages us all to take care of the earth. And he wants to remind people, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Well, we certainly don't have to deal with things not getting better in Lewis County when we have students from Adna Elementary and throughout Lewis County who are really putting their thinking caps on and thinking about ways that we can make a better earth. So we will call the students up, and we have prizes for them. And on display over here, we have on the top is the 1st place winners, and the 2nd row is the 2nd place winners. And we have ribbons, and then Sutter Metals, which is a recycling company next door to the transfer station in Centralia. They made water bottles for people to reuse instead of always getting a plastic one to throw away. And then the Southwest Washington Fairgrounds is presenting the first winners with passes to the Southwest Washington Fair this summer. And then all of the teachers whose students participated will receive reusable coffee cup donated by LeMay, our local recycling company, who does our pickup.
And
So
Melanie, could I just make a point? When we received all these entries in, we spread them around tables around this office area. And staff looked at them and narrowed them down and then narrowed it down for us. And it was still very difficult decisions. Wouldn't you agree, commissioners? Yes.
Very difficult.
So nicely done, nicely done.
And I'm glad it was the commissioners and their staff having to make the decisions, because when I was putting all of them up on Friday and today, there were so many great posters. I don't know how they chose. So in the kindergarten category, first place we have, should I have them say their names?
Yes.
Okay, so, but I need to have them come up. So we'll have the kindergartners come up and I'll have them say their names. Sure, you can all come up. Kindergarten first. So who's Ella? This one's Ella. Okay.
Ellen kindergarten.
All right. So, and then what?
Paisley kindergarten.
Okay, so Elwyn is the first place winner, and Paisley second place. So we'll have the commissioners come up and present their prizes. Or we can come over here. Make sure the names are, I got them. Oh, I did it that way. Okay, now we have our first grade winners.
Hawkins first grade.
Okay.
Olivia first grade.
Okay, Hawkins Reed from Mrs. Humphrey's class was the first place winner, and Olivia Jones from Mrs. Ray's class was the second place. And then I forgot to mention kindergartners. Elwyn was from Mrs. Metzenberg's class, and Paisley was from Mrs. Johnson's class. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and here are our second grade winners. Oh, okay. What?
Callie second grade.
Okay. So we don't have our second grade first place winner. It was Ollie Moreno from Mrs. Prouty's class, and Callie is also from Mrs. Prouty's class. Okay.
Brayden third grade. Molly third grade.
Okay, Braden Toby was from Mrs. Boyd's class, and Molly Powell was from Mr. Brooks's class. For third grade, Braden was the first place winner, and Molly was the second place winner.
And thank you to the librarian. Would you tell me your name again? Lindsay Boyer, the librarian who really pulled this together. And Lisa Dallas. I was talking to Lisa earlier. Our paths crossed a little over 10 years ago when the kids in Adna put together This Flood Happened. And Adna has a great program, and this book is on my shelf, and it's really wonderful stories about what happened to the Adna community during the flood. And we had all those kids come to the museum, sign, go on tours. It was a wonderful event, and Lisa Dallas was really primary in getting that done. So thank you, Lisa, 10 years later. Thank you. And thank you, parents, for coming, too. Yes. All right. Public comment. We have no public comment. Is there anyone out there who forgot to sign up and would like to say something? Okay, thank you.
Okay, I make a motion to approve 2 resolution items, numbers 18-137 through 18-138.
Second.
Mr. Walton, as you adjust the microphone. Yes.
Raise it just a little. Morning, Commissioner. Steve Walton, Central Services Director, speaking to resolution number 18-137, request for qualifications for engineering and architectural services to assist in the update of the county's capital facilities plan. As part of the process of reviewing and updating the capital facilities plan, which was last done, by the way, in August of 2007, it is necessary to procure the services of a professional engineering and architectural firm to provide technical and professional guidance to ensure that the revised capital plan meets current and future needs of the county. The firm will review current inventory of the facilities, provide technical guidance and services in needs and space planning, provide input on standards and practices, and through interaction with the various offices and departments, develop a capital plan document and strategies to implement the plan. This notice will be published as follows: the Chronicle on April 28th, the Seattle Daily Journal of Commerce on April 30th, the Portland Daily Journal of Commerce on April 30th, and the Washington State Office of Minority and Women's Business Enterprises. This will be done through May 23rd. The submissions will be due by 3 p.m. on May 23rd. Are there any questions?
Questions? Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Martin Roy. I'm from Real Estate Services, a portion of Public Works. I'm here to speak to you on Resolution 18-138. This is for an extension of the closure of a portion of Toledo Salmon Creek Road. Due to a slide on Toledo Salmon Creek Road at approximately milepost 4.5, it will be necessary to extend the current closure of the road at milepost 4.35 to all traffic. The closure will be from 12 a.m. Monday, May 8th, 2018 through 6 p.m. May 8th, 2019. There are 2 timber companies that own property beyond this point of closure that have been notified of the closure and have no current issues with the closure. The road will be open for local access up to but not beyond the point of closure. And the 2 companies are Weyerhaeuser and Tree Management Plus. Under duress, we could open the road short periods of time during non-rainy season. And we are currently working with FEMA to devise a plan on how to repair this road. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Mr. Roy.
Thank you.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the notice items, Resolution 18-137 through 138. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And just to let the parents and the kids know, you can watch yourself on, we put this on the website, on the Lewis County Commissioner's Facebook page, so you can see what you looked like, or if you want to show some of your parents or grandparents that weren't here to show yourself. Thank you. Ms. Schmidt.
I move to approve the consent agenda, which includes the approval of minutes from the April 16, 2018 business meeting, and also Resolution 18-139, the approval of warrants.
Second.
Good morning, Commissioner. Suzette Smith, Chief Accountant, Auditor's Office, here to present to you Resolution Number 18-139. This is the weekly approval of claims against the various county departments. Last week, we issued 278 regular warrants, number 788964 through 789151, 789239 through 789275, and 789341 through 789393 for a total of $1,286,272.71. In addition, last Friday was draw day. We issued 241 warrants related to the draws, number 789394 through 789634 for a total of $269,396. We note the following warrants that as a skip in sequence, these warrants were issued on behalf of the special purpose districts, number 789152 through 789238 and 789276 through 789340. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suzette.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda, approval of minutes, and Resolution 18-139. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve 4 deliberation items, 18-140 through 18-143.
Second.
Well, the first one is appointing Bill Cavender to the Civil Service Commission, and we had the passing of Cy Myers. He'd been on the commission for a number of years, and Bill has stepped up to fill that position. And I think the next resolution, some folks from the Adna area will recognize the name. Mr. Walton.
Good morning again, Commissioner. Steve Walton, Central Services Director, speaking to resolution number 18-141. This resolution reappoints Todd Mason to the Southwest Washington Fair Advisory Commission. There are 7 members on this advisory commission, and the commission serves in an advisory capacity to the fair manager and to the Board of County Commissioners for the annual Southwest Washington Fair and for the interim events that are held on the fairgrounds throughout the year. Todd's current term expires this month, and he's expressed a desire to continue serving on the commission. So this resolution reappoints him for a 4-year term that expires April 2022. Questions? Oh, thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Martin, Director of Public Works, speaking to Resolution 18-142. Approve an applicant resolution and authorization between Lewis County and the Recreation and Conservation Office, RCO, for 3 fish passage restoration projects at county road crossings. So these are culvert replacement projects that open up fish barriers, but they also provide a great piece of infrastructure for the county at a leveraged rate. So we do spend some road funds on these, but certainly it's a huge discount for us to get these culverts into our system. So the culverts are at 3 locations, one on Bunker Creek Road at milepost 5.678, one on Pigeon Springs Road at milepost 0.5, and one on Middle Fork Road at milepost 707. And this resolution is just to authorize the board, the chair of the board, to sign that agreement with RCO for that funding. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
And before we go on to the next one, Rachel Hunt is here to give you a tour of 911. She's standing by the door, so children and parents would like to go, and teachers on the tour of 911, you're welcome to go. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, kids. Congratulations.
See you at the fair for your first prize winners. And parents and significant others were welcome to come too. And thanks to Melanie Case for pulling all this together.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Roy.
Maybe I can read the Lorax. Good morning. My name is Martin Roy. I'm here to speak with you on Resolution 18-143. This is an approval of a quitclaim deed by and between Lewis County and Dennis Keller for a property located at 263 Roundtree Road in Boisford and authorizing signature thereon. This Resolution 18-077 and accepted an offer for $52,000 and authorized an agreement with Dennis Keller for the sale of property located on Roundtree Road in Boisford, which included one water share subject to the conditions of Lewis County Code. All conditions of the Lewis County Code have been met, and the cashier's checks totaling $52,000 have been received from Mr. Keller. A quitclaim deed for the conveyance of the property has been submitted to the Board of County Commissioners for review. This resolution would approve the quitclaim deed and authorize the chair of the Board of the County Commissioners to sign the deed for the property transfer. Are there any questions? Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to approve the deliberation items, Resolution 18-140 through 143. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Now we're moving into a hearing. I will call to order the hearing to approve applications for open space designation. We will first have a staff report or report from our assessor, followed by a question and answer period. We will then close the question and answer period and open the hearing for formal testimony. And if you wish to provide testimony, it'll be 3 minutes in length. And those folks that would like to put in testimony, we have a sign-up sheet at the lectern.
Underneath the book.
Underneath the book. Okay, we can put the... Thank you.
All right, good morning. Whoa. Madam Chair, members of the commission, that's a little louder than I expected this morning. I'm Diane Dory, Lewis County Assessor, here to talk about the parties that were awarded points and approved as a recommendation by the Planning Commission to bring forward to you for final approval. There were 6 applicants total, all for open space farm and ag conservation. And what that allows is people that have farmland that is continued to be farm ready for up to 10 years can go into this classification. For some reason, they're not able to actively farm and provide income. They pay a slightly higher rate per value per acre because they are in this classification as opposed to the farm and ag regular classification. But this means that at the end of that 10 years or prior, they're ready to come back and prove income once again and actively farm, or they have to pay the additional taxes to come out of that classification in open space farm and ag conservation. So there were 5 applicants: Joe Cook, Kathleen Finnegan, Daniel and Amanda Hoskins, Kui Chung Park, Wendell Redding, that all received a reduction of 4 points each from the Public Benefit Rating Committee, and then one, Glenn Swearingen, that received 3 points reduction. And that's a percentage reduction off of their assessed value per acre. Are there any questions?
Any questions, board member? Okay. I will open a question answer period for the public to ask questions. Any questions? We'll close the question answer period. And Ms. Dory, would you like your opening statements to be incorporated into the hearing?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Now we will open the hearing for public testimony. We have no one who signed up. Is there anyone who wants to say some things on this? Okay, thank you. We will close the hearing for public testimony.
I move to approve Resolution 18-144, the hearing to approve applications for open space designation.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded to approve Resolution 18-144 to approve applications for open space designation. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Now we move to good of the order. Good of the order? Anyone? Okay, Mr. Lamont.
Peter Lamann, Lahmann. I am the president of the Lewis County Historical Society, and I wanted to remind everybody that this Saturday we are having a symposium on UFOs and Bigfoot. So if you have an interest in those kind of things, please come out. It's a ticketed event because we have limited space in the museum, and as of our meeting last Tuesday night, about half the tickets have been sold already, but should be a great event. I am also the vice president of the Game Wardens of Vietnam, and they have a couple patrol boats over in the port of Chehalis. Well, we have lost our happy home of the last 3 years, but we have come to terms with the old Hemphill O'Neill plywood mill. So this Saturday at 9 a.m., if anybody has a truck and a strong back, we are moving from the port over to the plywood mill, moving our equipment and our tools and the boats and trailers and everything. They're very interested in staying in this area, and it's a good central location for the Washington and Oregon people. So if you'd like to come out and help a bunch of Vietnam veterans who became homeless and now they have a new home, help them move, we'd love to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Yes. Under good of the order, I just wanted to remark about the passing of Stella Jo Stabler. Stella Jo next month would have been 102 years old. Stella Jo was responsible for saving the Seminary Hill natural area. Years ago, meaning the city, were going to log that area, and she and another number of concerned citizens lobbied to make that a scenic area for trails. And so Stella Jo passed away early on Saturday morning, and before she died, she told her daughters, Rebecca and Gretchen, she wanted to know how many people came to the conservation area to clean up on Earth Day on Saturday morning. And so her daughters went to that area, and there were 60 volunteers working there. And so they thought it was, her departing on Earth Day and 60 volunteers working on her favorite project, the Seminary Hill Natural Area, was very fitting. We will miss Stella Jo. Any other? Okay. Press conference. Press have any questions for us? Just want to let everyone know that this Thursday at the Oakview School, there will be a meeting on flood insurance. And we invite folks who want to know more about flood insurance, the various ways in which they can reduce their flood insurance, come out to the Oakview School. I think it's 5 o'clock, that you can come to that school and talk with folks from French and Associates, from the city officials, and we're really happy that 3 groups went together to sponsor this, because flood insurance is a really big deal and it's been skyrocketing for our citizens. And here are some ways in which you could approach it and still stay in flood insurance coverage, but yet not pay as much. And so we're really pleased. And it's not just for the Centralia area. So other folks who are concerned about this issue can come to that. So, any other? Okay.
With no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming today.